You would think a high yield savings account is 10% the way my get on here talking about a high yield savings account. Oh my gosh, once you start to learn financial literacy, everybody is high yield savings, high yield savings, high yield savings, and then it's just 3.95%. That's the high yield. That's it. Like, that's all it is. Like, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I have one. I put money in it. It's my emergency savings. Boom, boom, boom. Love that. But it's like, when I really learned about, like, you know, percent yield and all that stuff, I'm over here thinking, oh, like, this is really about to be some money. Girl. Obviously, it's better than like 1% or like 0.1%, which is like what like the average bank account is doing that isn't high yield, but like it's still just 4%. Some money advice. I spent all of 2024 learning about money. And the key is just have your money in a bunch of different places and make sure that you're earning money on top of your money, whatever that means, and just be smart about it. Like, obviously, you should go for something that's 4% over something that's like 0.19%, but you still need to have a job. You still need to, like, it's just like a little extra sprinkle of a gift. It's not even like a full gift, but I mean, it's something. If you want to make like real percentage interest on top of your money, you need to invest it in like a stock or like an index fund. But the smaller stuff, that's something like a high yield savings account or like a CD account. These things are like 4%, max, maybe like a SPAX account, like 4%. A lot of these accounts are like less than 5%, but more than 3%. And that's the high yield. That's all it is.
Now, first of all, we need to just state the obvious. A high yield savings account is not for investing. And it seems like she's getting that very, very confused. She's laughing at the fact of getting 4% as if it's funny. Listen, okay, when you're investing, guys, and you're getting into finance, we all need to have our money parked somewhere, right? In case of a rainy day, and we need to get access to the cash right away. That is what a high yield savings account is. Now, if you have your money, let's say like in Chase or Bank of America, the percent they give you there is damn near 0.01. I mean, they give you damn near nothing there. So the best thing you want to do, which is like the first thing you want to do when you're getting into finance, is to keep money in a savings account, and the savings account has to be a high yield savings account. Why? Because it gives you a good return. Now, I don't know where she got this illusion of thinking that everyone is acting like a high yield savings account is a place to build wealth. No one has ever said a high yield savings account is a place to build wealth. I think what happened with her is, as soon as she started learning personal finance, the first thing everyone constantly repeats, well, there's two things: live below your means, and also to keep money in a high yield savings account. They stress that so much because people always look at the big amount, right? People always look at how to make millions and millions of dollars, and they don't study the fundamentals and the basics. And if you get a 0.01% on your savings account and you're able now to get 4% on your savings account, that is the mentality you need to have. It doesn't need to be this huge incremental jumps. It could be just enough. Well, in this case, it's like almost a 400%, jump. You could just the incremental jumps and take your wins. You just gotta make sure in every aspect in your personal finance life, you are taking the wins. Whatever's available, you gotta take that win. For example, in your job, if they offer a 401k and they offer a match, let's say up to 7% dollar for dollar, you have to take that win. Now, I understand people out there going to say, well, you need to save 15, 20%, 25% if you want to be a multimillionaire at an age of 40 or 50. I get that. But you first need to understand you have to start accumulating small wins. So acting like, in a high yield savings account is nothing is absurd. Right? We all know that is completely absurd. We all, especially now when the average person only has like $500 in their savings account, right? No one damn near has even $1,000. So you have to master the first step, which is, guys, building a savings account and building that muscle with saving. Now, this video, man, I don't know. It annoys me because she actually said a lot of good information. She did, right? The high yield savings account thing, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one. But I do agree with the fact of, if you want to definitely build true wealth, then of course you need to have an investment account. You need to start putting money in the market, especially getting an index fund, like one that follows the S&P 500, stuff like that. That is the number one way to build wealth. But the key here, guys, is to diversify. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. And you don't want to use your brokerage account to cover any type of emergencies that happen. If you get a flat tire or some type of medical scare, you're taking money from your brokerage account, paying taxes in order, to pay for that emergency. You certainly need to have an emergency fund, and do not sleep on high yield savings accounts. Okay, that is like I said, that's like the number one thing you need to focus on when it comes to building wealth and investing is a high yield savings account. So yeah, she's learning about finance, but as long as she has that mentality of 4%, like it's no big deal, right? She's not gonna go far. She's not gonna go far with that mentality, man. Because let me tell you something. As someone like myself who loves to save and invest, when I hear something is 4%, I get extremely excited, especially when all my other options is 1%, 0.1%, right? So yeah, I don't know, man. Good luck to her content. Good luck to her savings account as well. Let's see what happens with that. But at the same time, guys, do me a favor, man. Hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe if you like more content like this. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.